The Bible says, so Hazael went to meet him, took a present with him, even of every good thing of Damascus, 40 camels' burden, and came and stood before him, and said, Thy son Ben-Hadad, king of Assyria, hath sent me to thee, saying, Shall I recover of this disease? Here the king of Syria, Ben-Hadad, seeks to find an answer about his illness from Elisha, the prophet in Israel. So he sends his servant Hazael out with 40 camels burdened, a present to appease the prophet, an offering to win his favor, an expression of the earnest desire he had to find out what God had to say about his current condition. 40 camels burdened. Can you imagine how much was loaded onto those beasts? Can you imagine how much expense and time and labor went to bring this offering unto the man of God? It showed how badly Ben-Hadad wanted to know what God said. A Gentile, not of Israel, not familiar with the scriptures, just knowing that there was a prophet in that country to whom he could seek, he sends 40 camels burden to ask him this important question: shall I recover of this disease? And dear child of God, you know the truth. You've been washed in the blood. You've read the Holy Scriptures. You've tasted and seen that the Lord is good. How badly do you want to know what God has to say about you? Could you amass 40 camels' burden to express that earnest desire? Would you go through the effort of 40 camels' burden to find out what God has to say? Do you want it as badly as a lost Gentile Syrian king? You don't need to bring 40 camels' burden. You don't need to express anguish. All you need to do is come. All you need to do is seek. All you need to do is have the desire, because the Bible says, if you have that willing mind, it's accepted. Are you willing to find out what God has to say about you today? Or will you be shamed at the judgment seat of Christ because you brought no burden, you had no desire, you didn't even have enough willingness as a lost Gentile king like Ben-Hadad?